They messed with the wrong person. My boyfriend cheated on me with my best friend.
My name is Emma, and if someone ever uses this story for Reddit or a video, I want you to know that I still don't fully understand if I was just a victim, or if I helped set up my own heartbreak by ignoring every red flag. This all started almost 2 years ago. I was 22. My life looked pretty normal. I was in college, working part-time at a coffee shop, and I'd been dating my boyfriend Mike for a year. He was one of those guys everyone calls a good guy. Calm, polite, shy, in a cute way, always ready to help. He wasn't the hottest guy in the room, but with me he was sweet, attentive, the kind of boyfriend que todo mundo envidia. And then there was Valentina, my best friend since high school. She was the kind of girl who lights up every room she walks into. Tall, gorgeous, confident. Everyone knew who she was. I was always more low-key, the nice friend Emma standing next to the main character. I didn't really mind. I loved her like a sister. When I started dating Mike, of course I wanted them to meet. It made total sense in my head that the two people I loved most got along. The first times we went out together, everything was perfect. We laughed, shared stories, joked about stupid things. At one point, Mike said, "I feel like I've known you both forever," and Valentina raised her drink and answered. To the dynamic trio, it sounded playful and harmless. Looking back, it feels like a warning I refused to see. As time passed, it became normal that when I couldn't go out because of work or exams, Mike would text the group chat asking if someone wanted to hang out, and Valentina would reply. At first it was just coffee, drinks, or parties where I joined them later. I was actually glad they got along. I thought that meant I had a stable, healthy circle. I trusted them completely. Then my life got complicated. My mom got sick and I had to increase my work hours to help with the bills. There were days when I went from college to the hospital, then straight to my shift, and came home too exhausted to even think. I started canceling plans with, "You two go, I can't today." So they went. Together. Valentina would send me selfies of her and Mike smiling with captions like, "We miss you, Em." I watched those pictures from the hospital waiting rooms and felt two things at once. Relief that they weren't alone and awkward around each other, and a sharp little sting in my chest that I called silly jealousy to avoid dealing with it. One night, while I was sitting half asleep in a plastic chair at the hospital, Mike texted me saying he and Valentina were going to grab dinner near my place and that I should join them if I got out early. I told him that wasn't likely. He sent me an "I love you" rest and a heart. Then Valentina sent a picture, her and Mike eating pizza, smiling at the camera. I answered, "I hate you guys LOL," with a sad emoji, trying to sound relaxed. But later that same night she posted a short video, Mike laughing, and in the reflection of the window behind him, I saw the way she was looking at him. It wasn't friendly. I knew that look. That was her. "I like this guy. Look." I told myself it was just the angle, that I was tired and overthinking. So I ignored it, like I ignored a lot of things after ESO. During the next months, the little things started piling up. Mike knew Valentina's schedule better than some of her classmates. He'd say things like, "No, she can't call now. She has class at 4, like it was the most natural thing in the world. They had inside jokes that I didn't understand. When I'd ask, "What are you laughing at?" they'd say, "Nothing, we'll tell you later." But later never came. At a college party, a guy from our class joked with Valentina, "So what's going on with you and Mike? You two look pretty close." She laughed and answered, "Oh my God, no. Mike is on Team Emma. I don't touch that." Everyone laughed, including me, but that phrase stayed stuck in my head. It felt like she was saying the opposite of what she really wanted. Then came a Friday that changed everything. I had planned a cozy night with Mike at my place, just us, food and a movie. An hour before, he texted me saying he had a headache, that he was exhausted and wanted to rest, and that we could see each other the next day. I said, "Okay, rest," trying to be understanding. A little later, Valentina texted me, "I'm going to see my secret friend tonight. Wish me luck." I sent her a joking emoji and tried to let it go. Pero, algo no me cuadraba. That night, I couldn't sleep. I felt uneasy, restless, like my body knew something my brain still didn't want to accept. I opened Instagram and saw that Valentina had posted a story 2 minutes earlier, a wine glass, low light, and the blurred silhouette of a guy in the background with the caption, "Two mistakes that feel way too good." I zoomed in. His arm, his shirt, his watch. It was the exact same watch I had given Mike for our 1-year anniversary. My heart dropped. I tried to convince myself it was a coincidence. Lots of guys have that watch. Maybe it's an old video. Maybe I'm crazy. I texted Mike, "How's your head? Did you take something for the pain?" He never opened it. I wrote to Valentina, "Who's the guy?" She didn't read it either. I kept checking their profiles, their statuses, like I had turned into a stalker overnight. Around 3 a.m., I saw both of them online at the same time, and then both disappeared. The next morning, Mike texted me, "Good morning, love," like nothing had happened, and told me he was feeling better. He didn't mention going out. Valentina posted a picture of her breakfast with the caption, "Nothing like sleeping well after a great night." That was the exact moment something inside me snapped. I spent the next few days in a fog, between denial and anger. I replayed their messages in my head, every cancelled plan, every excuse, every time they laughed at something I wasn't part of. I realized how many times I had chosen to look away because I was afraid of what I might find. Eventually, I decided I needed the truth, even if it destroyed me. The chance came on a random Thursday when Valentina texted me saying she got off early and asked if I wanted to come over and watch a show. I said yes. Not because I wanted to hang out with my friend, but because I needed to look her in the eye. When I got to her house, it was just her. She tried to act normal, but she looked nervous. We sat on the couch, pretended to watch whatever was on TV, but I wasn't listening. After a few minutes, I turned to her and asked, "Are you sleeping with Mike?" Her face went blank, then forced a laugh. "What? Emma? No. Where is that even coming from?" I opened Instagram, pulled up her story with the wine glass and the watch, and played it again in silence. "Don't lie to me," I said. "I don't need some fake apology. I just want you to stop treating me like I'm stupid." Her expression just collapsed. She looked down, took a deep breath, and whispered, "It only happened once." That once sounded like the biggest lie of all. When I pushed, she finally admitted it had been going on for a few weeks, that it just happened, that they didn't plan it, that they felt guilty. She said the classic lines, "I was busy. Mike needed someone. They didn't mean to hurt me. Things got out of control. I didn't scream. I didn't throw anything. I just felt this cold emptiness spreading inside me." I asked her one simple question. "Did you ever think of me? Even once?" She started crying and said the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. "I just fell in love with him too." I got up, grabbed my stuff and left. I let her cry alone on that couch. No drama, no threats, just a door closing. On my way home, my phone buzzed. It was Mike. "Babe, can I see you today? I miss you." I told him yes. We agreed to meet at the park where we always used to sit and talk. On the way there, I made a decision. I wasn't going to tell him that Valentina had already confessed. I wanted to hear what he would say on his own. When we met, he hugged me like always, like nothing had changed. We started walking, talking about school and work, and after a few minutes I asked, "So, who were you with last night?" I saw Val's story. His whole body stiffened. She just needed someone to talk to. We had a glass of wine, nothing big," he said, avoiding my eyes. "On the couch or in her bed?" I asked. He froze. "What did she tell you?" he asked. "She told me you've been sleeping together for a few weeks," I replied. "Now I want to hear what you say." He broke down right there in the middle of the park. He said he loved me, that he was confused, that he felt lonely because I was always at the hospital, that Valentina was always there, that it didn't mean anything, that it was just physical, that he didn't want to lose me. I started crying, not just because he cheated, but because of the pathetic way he tried to make himself the victim of his own choices. I pulled my hand away and told him to leave, that I didn't want him touching me ever again. He kept insisting we could fix it, following me until I finally yelled, "Go away," so loud that people turned to stare. Eventually, he walked off, crying too. After that, the story spread through college like wildfire. Some people sided with them, saying things like, "These things happen and Emma is too dramatic." Others took my side. I heard that Valentina was telling people it wasn't that serious, that I overreacted, that they didn't mean to hurt me. The most ironic part is that they didn't end up together either. They stopped talking to each other too. They destroyed everything for something they couldn't even commit to. Now, about a year later, I don't speak to either of them. Valentina occasionally reacts to my stories like nothing happened. I don't even open her messages. Mike has sent long emails apologizing, saying he has changed, that he learned his lesson and wants another chance. I've never replied. Some days I feel strong and proud of myself for walking away. Other days I feel broken and stupid for not seeing it sooner. Sometimes I blame myself for putting my boyfriend and my best friend so close to each other as if that made their betrayal my fault. But I've learned something. Cheating hurts, always, but when it involves your best friend, it hits a different layer of your soul. It doesn't just break your relationship, it breaks your idea of safety, of loyalty, of, these people would never do that to me. My name is Emma. My boyfriend cheated on me with my best friend. I survived, but I'm not the same person anymore. And now I wonder, if you were in my place, would you forgive one of them, both of them, or neither?